So I've lived in Burlington for over 20 years and had many fond memories growing up there and enjoying my time living in Burlington. So I thought in this video here, I'd share the top 5 reasons why I absolutely love living in Burlington and why exactly I always recommend it to my clients. Now, if you watched any of my videos, you probably know that I've actually moved to Hamilton. So if you're interested in learning why I moved out of Burlington to Hamilton, make sure you stay watching to the end. But the very first reason I always recommend it to my clients, especially with the families, is because of the schooling system Burlington has to offer you. As Burlington's gonna have some of the best schools you're going to be finding throughout the Southern Ontario area, especially in the GTA. Now, myself personally, I went to the Charles R. Baudouin and Nelson High School. Thankfully, just happened to be some of the top rated elementary schools and high schools within Burlington. But throughout, you're gonna find many different great schooling options to choose from, both public, both Catholic, both elementary, both high schools to choose from when you're living in Burlington, and most of them are going to be within walking distance. Now, myself personally, growing up, not only did I just get a great education going to these schools here, but I'm also dyslexic. So I was a part of like the special ed, the IEP is what they call it here, where you get some special resources, and I can absolutely tell you they're completely accommodating to me. Just like for an example, when I was growing up, I got a laptop way before laptops were common in the classroom, just showing you how cutting edge and advanced they were and helping accommodate my needs. But other than outside of the classroom, I also had an amazing time, as when I went to Nelson High School, or even for that matter, like my elementary school, I was a part of all the different sports teams, and it was absolutely an amazing time. And some of the best basketball programs, football programs you can find in the GTA are found here. Now, if sports isn't your kid's thing or your thing, no worries. They also have great arts programs and music programs that you can capitalize on. So because of all this great schooling options and the accommodations they provided me, it set me up definitely for success. When I attended McMaster, I ended up finishing in the top 10% of my class on the Dean's List and the honor roll every single year. So I can promise you, when you're living in Burlington, you're gonna have great schooling options to choose from. So if you're new here, my name's Matthew. I'm a local realtor, and this channel is all about what it's like living in Hamilton and the surrounding cities like Burlington. So if you are thinking about making the move here and buying a home, send me and my team a message today to book your free relocation consult call. Then the second thing I absolutely loved about living in Burlington in my time here, especially growing up, was the safety it offers. If we just look at the statistics, Burlington, which it's a part of Halton, and Halton was rated the 24 years in a row as the best community for non-violent crime and violent crime. So it had the lowest amount for an area of over 100,000 people. And I know, just I can talk about my own personal experience, there was never any worry about any crime whatsoever. You occasionally hear like there is some crime, like it's a city at the end of the day. Most of the crime is typically like car theft or very petty like vandalism. That's at least from my experience and what I grew up as a kid in Burlington. But also, one of the things that I absolutely loved is because I was outside all the time and had no worry, I was able to enjoy the parks and outdoor space Burlington had to offer you, which is the next thing I absolutely love about Burlington, is the amazing parks. As here, you can go out and go for a large hike and go check the leaves changing colors at Mount Nemo and Rattlesnake Point, where you can literally walk around the escarpment and see these stunning views. But then also, if more like fishing and boating is your thing, then you can go check out Bronte Creek to go do those activities, as well as you can go mountain biking here and even play a disc golf course. Then if you're into sports like me and want to have a variety of different activities to go do when you're at the park, would highly recommend spending a lot of time, and where I spent a lot of time was at Nelson Park, as here you can find everything from a football under the lights, under the turf, which was one of my favorite memories growing up as a kid, is playing like Friday night football, lights going on, the crowd cheering was a lot of fun. But other than that, you have the baseball games on one of the many outdoor fields. You have tennis matches on the tennis courts, as well as dirt bike jumps, which are super fun once you get over the little scariness of going over them. You'll find a small skate park. I was never big into skating, but some of my friends were, and I absolutely loved it here. And then of course, my favorite thing was to go play basketball at their outdoor full-size basketball court right beside Nelson's outdoor pool that offers a variety of different activities to do, from a little splash pad to a rock climbing wall you can climb up, as well as just Nelson Arena for those ice skating times and hockey games. Then, if you are looking for another park to enjoy the water, you need to go check out Spencer Smith Park and Burlington Beach, which are some of the best parks to go enjoy Lake Ontario and enjoy a day of just relaxation. Then one final park I'll mention before moving on to the next thing is, if you're looking for flowers, and I've really grown to an appreciation of flowers, would highly recommend going to check out the Royal Botanical Gardens. It's 5 different gardens, depending on what's in season would be depending on where I'd recommend you go, but regardless of which one you choose, it's going to be an amazing time to see some stunning gardens. Then another area that I absolutely loved living in Burlington was the people, as oftentimes now I'm walking throughout Hamilton. I used to walk a lot in Burlington just when I came back from university and lived here for a bit. And one of the things I can definitely tell you is that, like, when I walked in the neighborhood, everybody said hello. And to me, I absolutely love that. Doesn't matter if you have a dog, if you're small kids, big kids, old people, young people, whatever it was, there's always a smile, at least a smile and a nod, if not a wave. How are you doing? And I absolutely love this, as now when I walk in Hamilton, when I'm living there, it's a lot less connection, a lot less friendly with me waving, saying hello. And then even for the time that I did work in the city of Oakville, where I worked there for 2 summers, I believe, during my university years, I went all around the city. And I can tell you, just like from working there, the people there were not nearly as friendly, at least from my personal experience, than when I was walking throughout Burlington. Now, one final thing I'll mention before I mention why I moved out of Burlington to Hamilton that I absolutely loved living in Burlington for was the different events and festivals growing up. As first and foremost, you got the Rib Fest, amazing, the largest rib fest within Canada, or at least definitely Ontario for sure, offering a variety of different rib vendors to go check out. But then you also have the Sound of Music to go check out the free concert. And I mean, as a kid, going to go get free concert was absolutely a game changer. But then also you can go check out the Food Truck Festival to go try a variety of different foods, to the Festival of Lights, which I know me and my family absolutely love to go out. Go check out the Festival of Lights in Spencer Smith Park, but then also just drive around the different city and see how some of these special homes are really gone full out and decorated during the Christmas time. And then finally, if you want to go check out some fireworks, you need to go down to Spencer Smith Park on Canada Day. So if you are thinking about moving to Burlington, send me and my team a message today to book your free relocation consult call. But the main reason why I personally now moved out of Burlington to Hamilton was the affordability. And this is going to be one of the biggest downsides about living in Burlington, is because the real estate is so expensive. And as a young professional starting their career out a few years after university, I wanted an area that was a little bit more affordable, a little bit bigger bang for my buck, and that is where you're going to find in Hamilton. So if you are interested in learning more about Hamilton and why the reasons I absolutely love living in it today, the next video I'd recommend you go check out is my video covering the 5 reasons why I now love living in Hamilton. So you can find that video right here. Otherwise, I hope you have a great day.